Brand loyalty is a real thing, and reputations for reliability play a key role. Japanese brands usually dominate the list, but this year there's a few surprises. Here are the top 10 most reliable car brands according to Consumer Reports. Number 10, Dodge. Dropping by 2 spots over last year, Dodge still benefits from a venerable lineup of well-known models. The Charger and Challenger keep pumping out increasingly powerful models, sure, but according to Consumer Reports, they can take it. The Challenger is the most reliable vehicle Dodge makes. Last year, this was the only American brand to make the cut, but there's a few higher up the list this time around. Number 9, Porsche. Porsche is moving back and forth on the list. 2 years ago it was 9th, and then last year it was 5th. It's back to the earlier ranking for this year, though Consumer Reports was only able to report on 2 models through its surveys, the Cayenne and Macan. The company did rescind its recommended rating for the new Taycan EV, but did so based on the predicted reliability from other EVs. It's too early to tell for the Porsche. Number 8, Subaru. The Pleiades badged brand continues to tumble this year, though it only dropped a single spot over last year's result. Consumer Reports cites the continued issues with the Ascent as the main culprit. Nonetheless, the brand held on thanks to the strong reputation of the rest of the lineup. Perhaps most surprising is the Subaru with the best track record, the BRZ. Then again, it is the oldest model in the lineup. Number 7, Ram. Stellantis' truck brand got a big boost this year, showing up in the 7th slot. This comes shortly after the news that the brand has now overtaken Chevy for the title of second best-selling truck in America. So it's good to know they're reliable too. The Ram 1500 does most of the heavy lifting for the brand. While still quite new, the generation has benefited from a high-quality interior and infotainment system that's reliable and intuitive. And for those that want wild, there's the Ram 1500 TRX. Number 6, Hyundai. Hyundai's tradition of value and dependability keeps it at the pointy end of the charts again this year. The Korean brand bucks the trend of older models tending to be more reliable thanks to the Kona being its strongest performer. The next year will see a bevy of changes in the Hyundai lineup with an update to the aforementioned Kona and whole new versions of the Elantra and Tucson. Number 5, Honda. After a few years outside of the top 10, Honda's jumped up from 12th this year. According to Consumer Reports, that's due to the reliability of most of its lineup balancing out the continued issues with the Odyssey and Passport. Up next year is a wholly new Civic generation, which continues to be a big draw for Honda. It remains one of the best-selling cars in America. Number 4, Buick. No other company made strides as big as Buick on this year's list. It went from a disappointing 18th place last year to 4th, and is the highest-ranking domestic manufacturer. Consumer Reports credits the brand's small lineup, which generally has few problems. Number 3, Lexus. Lexus rarely strays from the top of Consumer Reports list, and it's not hard to see why. The brand sticks to tried and true platforms, offering peace of mind with a heavy dose of luxury. The brand averages a 71 out of 100 on CR's scale, a solid 50 to 100% higher than the average across the industry. That's huge. This year sees the addition of the stunning LC convertible, as well as a thoroughly re-engineered IS sports sedan. Number 2, Toyota. Toyota stays on the podium for another year, moving up from 3rd. Year after year, the largest Japanese automaker sticks to the top of the list, made all the more impressive by it having the largest tested lineup of all the brands. Unsurprisingly, it's the Prius and Corolla that lead the way for the brand, with ratings of 93 and 90 respectively. Number 1, Mazda. Mazda continues to impress, moving further up the list to nab the top spot. The manufacturer has made a history of bucking trends. If it's not the rotary engine, it's remaining an independent in an increasingly shacked up industry, or imbuing its mainstream models with some sports car sparkle. The MX-5 Miata topped the list of the most reliable cars with a whopping 98 out of 100. But it isn't all roses. The redesigned 3, which launched this year, sits as the brand's least reliable model. However, the CX-30, which shares its platform with the car, is already the second highest ranked Mazda with a score of 95. Well, there you have it, the 2020 most reliable car brands according to Consumer Reports. Let us know in the comments what you think of this list, and as always, please like and subscribe.